win for the Saints, and they go right to work again.
I thought we went in, with a great group of guys, and we had a great game plan, and I thought we played pretty well, and then it all kind of hits you with a few minutes left. That they're going to win the national championship, and you're not.
The Limestone Saints avenge their lone loss of the season. They win their third Division II national championship in the last 4 years.
I think from that second on, when that hit zero, you can see it in our team that, we weren't going to let that happen again.
Merrimack, you got to tip your cap to the Warriors. They played a whale of a ball game. They made Limestone earn everything that they got. There's some long faces over on that sideline, but that program, that team, that coaching staff has a lot to be proud of here in 2017.
A little surreal. You're just kind of sitting there watching it like a movie. And you're also proud of setting a new standard for the program of getting to the national championship, but then you're devastated at the same time. And we've been in purgatory kind of from that day until we were back.
We talked about it being a player's game. It's a player's game today. We don't have to rally up. We don't have to hype this game up. We know what it means to you guys. It's another lacrosse game, but it's one that we get to achieve something today that no one's ever achieved here. There's something really cool about that.
The lead up from last year was we were upset we didn't get it done, but also, we were more motivated than ever. Hunter, I didn't know he had the picture of Limestone raising the trophy on his phone for a full calendar year.
I decided probably, midway through the summer, kind of think, what do I need extra to get myself to take that next step forward? And so I looked up a picture, put it on the background, and seeing that 100 times a day probably on repeat until Memorial Day weekend, I think that was something in me that I just refused to let happen again.
I want to play the same way we played all year. We play fast, we play together, we play confident, we play with that swagger, but we also will absolutely outwork you and we'll absolutely fight you in the parking lot after the game. And that's us. It's been us since the first day, and that's been our identity. You come in here and you win these games with your identity. Nothing changes. You know your roles on O, you know your roles on D. I've looked you guys in the face for 3, 4 years, 5 years. You guys want it more than anybody I've ever seen. So you go out there and you earn it. Play with energy, play together, play fast. We'll outwork them, out-slick them, out-team them. All right, we've talked about that all year. Nothing changes today. That's it.
Last year's championship run, the night before, I was really anxious. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't really eat. And I was shaking in the locker room, and I was sweating profusely, and it was nerve-wracking. Coming full circle to this year, I wasn't not focused, but I was really relaxed. Kind of this feeling of, we got this.
Pretty clear-headed and confident walking into that game. I think everybody was loose and joking, and we knew we were ready.
Let's go, Brian. Hey, remember, they're the team that hasn't been here before. They're the team that's going to go in there feeling like, all right, let's try to survive the first few minutes. We've earned that right to be the aggressor, right? So we go out there, earn it. First whistle to the last horn. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Hey, one more, right? Let's go. Do it together. All right, let's go. On 3, back. 1, 2, 3.
Today, one team will make history in the Division II Men's Lacrosse National Championship game, St. Leo and Merrimack. Merrimack is located exactly 53 miles away here from Gillette Stadium, so they have the overwhelming cheering section.
The fans were awesome. I mean, you look up and you just see yellow, 80% of the stadium. And it's everything from guys like Max Allen, who played last year, hanging over the fence, screaming and pounding the side of the wall. It was just, you could feel the energy of the crowd immediately, and I know Leo's felt it too.
Having the fans at Gillette and having that many looking up into a sea of yellow, it motivates you. That many people came out to support you. We wanted to give them a show and really show what we could do.
This really, if Merrimack executes, plays their game plan, man, they've got a really good chance of picking up the school's first national title.
Hey, take a deep breath. Come out like a house on fire, playing team ball on both sides of the ball. Remember, we can focus at a high level and play at a high level with energy. We're the more experienced team. First 5 minutes can be very important for us to come out and set the tone. That's it, nothing else. It's your guys' game. We'll make the adjustments. We got a great game plan. We got a great team. Go out there and put together first 5 minutes. We'll keep stacking them. That's it. Hey, let's go. On 3 and back. Let's go. Hey, let's keep our focus on the field. Let's go. On 3 and back. 1, 2, 3.
When his speech was over, I just had so much juice going through my body and just so much energy, and emotion that this was going to be our year to take it. I felt relaxed, and stepping on the field, I looked up into the crowd and took a deep breath, and you know, from there it was pretty much complete domination the rest of the game.
7 minutes and 21 seconds on the clock when we scored our first goal. So there was a lot of feeling them out.
It's Jack Trask. Merrimack strikes first.
Having the opportunity to net the first goal of the game in the national championship, just to hear the crowd go crazy and the team go crazy, and to score on a stage like that, it's pretty cool.
I think both teams were throwing punches and trying to figure out what was going on, and I think we landed our first punch and just went, all right, let's go.
Walks it out in front. Right now, Merrimack is just having their way with the St. Leo Lions. It is all going right for Merrimack. Then cutting it across, it will count. Dominant first 30 minutes. That's the only way you can describe the first half of this contest.
We got one more half. All right, that's it. And I don't want to focus on the first 5 rather than the next half. But until it hits 0, we are all dialed in. All right? If we're the cutthroat team that I believe we are, that ain't good enough. We got another half to go after these guys. And that's been our identity all year. There's time on that clock. We're going to play you, and we're going to play you tough. And that's what we've been doing. We'll be relentless through 4 quarters. We got 2 left. Let's go, Brian. 1, 2, 3.
Room in time, and Merrimack picks up where they left off. Shooting! Oh, what a bullet! Spinney, and there's another look. That's Jack Trask.
Hey, keep doing what we're doing. Keep leaning on these guys. Again, our identity, we're relentless from quarter 1 to quarter 4. Keep that gas down, all right? Let's go. Hey, let's take care of business. Let's go on 3, Mac. 1, 2, 3. Back!
Skip past Thomas. Gave it up. O'Connell, series of fakes, and finishes. Later, Merrimack returns. They didn't leave anything to chance. Runs completely away from St. Leo to their first national championship.
And I look out on the screen and I was like, what do I do? What do I do with it? And he said, run it to the fans, run it to the fans. So I just put it over my head and just ran straight to the fans, and they're all going crazy, so it's good to give it back to them.
The birth of my 2 kids, my wedding day, and then that moment, you know, was pretty much as good as it gets.
it still really hasn't really sunk in that we've won a national championship, and it's starting to a little right now, but I think it's going to take a while.
Yeah, being a senior captain and leaving with a national championship, what a better way to go out. I couldn't have imagined it being any more perfect.
I changed it probably 3 days ago to a picture of the entire team piled on top of each other. And I don't think I'm ever going to change that background on my phone for a long time because I needed to remember that forever.
Having the alumni there was so special. We did this for them. So many guys have put in so much work to this program and built the culture that we have here. So this national championship wasn't for just the guys that are currently on the team. It was for everybody, the entire alumni of Merrimack men's lacrosse. We wanted to get it for them and kind of pay it back to them after all the work they've put in.
Fellas, listen, for me,
I can't thank you guys enough. We've wanted this for so long, and you guys matched that this year and wanted it probably just as much, if not more than us. So at the end of the day, I thank you. It's something I've wanted ever since I started coaching. So you guys gave us everything, and we just ran 3 good teams off the table. All right, you come out here today, call us one thing: national champion. Oh, yeah!
Hey, you guys are awesome.
Now go 3. 1, 2, 3.